for Google, to get an interview is more difficult than clearing an interview itself. Okay, Google won't ask some crazy questions. Their main focus is whether student is able to guess something which is little clever in a given range of time. If you have to target Google, I'll say practice lead code. I have heard from my friends that the questions were almost same or similar. Lead code will help.
Hi guys, I'm Mohit Singh. Welcome to my channel. In previous videos, we have already discussed interview experience of Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon, Flipkart, DirectAI, and many more. In today's video, we are going to talk with Mohit, who got selected for internship at Google as well as Rubrik as software developer intern. So today he is going to share his interview experience with all of you. Hi Mohit, welcome to our channel.
Hi Vimesh. Hi everyone. Okay, let me introduce a short intro of myself. I'm a fourth year dual degree student at IIT-Madras. My current degree is computer science, and I have been doing competitive programming from last 2 years.
Mohit, we will talk about your Google interview experience now. So, what was the internship procedure for HD intern at Google? Means what was the selection procedure first? They
They
allow
selected
all the
me.
students, or they have taken some online coding round? What was the shortlisting criteria there?
Yeah, it was the first time Google conducted at India level some online round, but I don't think that online round mattered for us at IIT Madras. In our college, the main focus was on the resume itself. They shortlisted on the basis of resume only. And for Google, to get an interview is more difficult than clearing an interview itself. So,
Okay.
and in resume, if I'll say what matters the most, like how they select on basis of resume is, uh, you should have some good kickstart ranks. They conduct every month one coding round, and pretty everyone give their test if he wants to get into Google. And there is something like CodeGem too, and they see ICPC ranks if you have qualified for regionals. If world finalist, that's like too good. And they may see your code forces rating and ranks also. So their main focus is towards little towards competitive coding.
Do they also consider GSOC, open source programming, and projects as well?
uh, they may consider, but I know some of my friends who are not that good in competitive coding and do not have good kickstart ranks, but they have done GSOC and they did not get selected for the interview.
Okay, so GSOC was not the criteria, competitive programming was the criteria, main criteria, we can say.
Yeah, I think so. Like it depends on mainly on the selector to like the team. If see something should distinguish you from the crowd. Like if you have
Okay.
something very good project in GSOC, they may select you. It's very high probability that they may select you.
What was the internship procedure of HD intern at Google? Means how many rounds, online round or interview round were there?
Yeah, for Google, it's very pretty much the same everywhere. So they will take two technical rounds, and yeah, that's all. They will take two technical rounds, and each will be of 45 minutes. And the level of both the rounds will be pretty same. It like what happens in other companies is like you are rejected after second round, you can't go to next round. Like they have a round wise selection based. In Google,
Elimination round.
most of yeah elimination type of thing. In
Hmm.
Google, they will take both the rounds. Like it's very less possibility that you are rejected after first round. Mostly they will take both the rounds, and on basis of the combined result of both the rounds, like both the rounds have almost equal weightage. So on
Guys,
combined result of,
Mohit is from IIT and IIT has the 0 days, so there might be chance they are taking online coding round in your college. In IIT, they don't have that much time. Most of the companies don't have much time, so they don't ask for the online coding. They just shortlist based on the resume and take the interview round. Interview round is same, more or less same everywhere. Even though if they ask you to come in the Bangalore, then also they face most of the time two interview round. If they are confused somewhere, like to take it or not take you, in that case only they will take the third round. So how was your first round interview experience with the Google?
okay. Okay, Google won't ask some crazy questions like I'll say Rubrik did. Not crazy, like little challenging, but Google will ask like very standard questions, and you may find those most of the questions on lead code too. And their main focus is not to ask something which you have already studied in courses. Like they won't ask you some data structure heavy implementation, like implement some segment tree or something like binary lifting techniques or something. Their main focus is whether student is able to guess something which is little clever in a given range of time. So, and they will give hints also, and it's your like your main focus is to, if you're not able to get questions, like try to pick up those hints. They will give hints. Like what happened in my first round, I'll tell you. So there were some two very easy questions that were just to warm up, and I gave those answers. And in third question was a DP question, and I'll tell the question itself. So the question was like, there is M cross N matrix, and some cells in that M cross N matrix are grayed out. Like those cells are marked. Assume those are marked with some X. Now you have to find the number of squares in whole grid such that uh, like each no square contains any marked cell. You have to find the total number of squares. So I gave n cube approach first, and then she gave a very like little hint, and it stuck in my mind, and like I directly reached to n square. Like it's very it was an easy question, but I got stuck for some reason, and she gave a small pointer, and I was able to do that. So you should be able to catch pointers. They will give.
Okay, so they are basically focused on your problem solving. They try to create a problem which is not directly related to any specific data structure. They are asking you a problem which might be related to any data structure, and you need to think of the approach.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was the length of the first round? Was it just 45 minutes?
No, it got finished in like 25 minutes. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, in 25 minutes. So,
Yeah.
did they ask you to write the code as well?
Yes. They asked write the code.
On which platform?
It was something. It was not compilable or runnable. It was something like very basic, some syntax.
Text
It was
editor
their
type.
own. Yeah.
Okay. So, you both talk there and test some test cases as well, edge cases.
No, the question was like the question in, if you want to do in n square, the question had a very simple approach to do in DP. It was like 2-3 lines only. So it was very pretty clear that it's correct. So she did not test on any test case.
Okay. So, did there was only one question in your first round, or there is another?
No, there were some 2-3 questions at the start, which were quite easy, like direct questions, something related.
Means breadth of knowledge, just checking the breadth of knowledge,
Yeah,
nothing else.
just breadth of knowledge related to maths or some number theory or something.
Okay. So after the first round, you faced the second round. So you have already told us that both are near about the same kind of difficulty level. So how was your second round of interview? And if you guess the problem, if you can recall the problem, please tell us as well.
Yeah. In second round, the question I found was on the same level. It was not like any difficult or something. Like both rounds are given equal weightage. So the question was something like you have M meeting. It was related to something scheduling of meetings, and it was a very new variant of something which we have already seen. I'll provide you the question. You can provide in the description.
How
Yeah.
you rate the difficulty level of the question, like it is 1500, 1800 of the code forces.
Okay, I'll say the both questions were around 1900 or like not above 2000. They were surely
Okay.
below 2000. Yes.
You said questions of the interview round was not that much difficult. So how did you reach that level? Because it might not be difficult for you. It might be difficult for any other student. So how did you reach that level? Because of competitive programming or your projects, means how you reach that level? Because at the time of the college, you were at the zero in the coding round. You start from ground zero. So how you reach that level?
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, like it's very important to start in the very early years of college, this competitive programming, and you should target the questions which, like, once you get a grasp of some language, say Java or C++, then it's not about the language to learn. You have learned the language. Now you should like target on the questions which are little above your level. Like, uh, let's say you are giving div 3 in code forces, and you are able to do first two questions at the very start. Then try to read the editorial of third and fourth question. Don't go on sixth or seventh question directly. You will get demotivated by seeing the kind of tricks that questions are using. So try to do the questions which are like little above your level. The questions which are very above your level will demotivate you, and you will stop competitive coding totally. So that's useless. And solving the questions which are below your level are also useless. Why to practice same things again and again? So find that set of questions which you need. Like, that set of question is primarily the question which you will not one question more, like, which you were not able to do in your contest. That's the like perfect set. If you have to target Google, I'll say practice lead code. I have heard from my friends that the questions were almost same or similar. Lead code will help.
Okay. So Mohit, what tips you want to give to
And
third?
one more thing, like in Google, it's very important. What their focus is whether how you approach the question. Google's target is not whether you have reached the answer or not. So what I have heard from my seniors, don't give, if you have seen the question earlier, don't jump to the like optimal solution directly. Like, the interview may feel that the candidate already knew the question, so he or she may change the question. So better, if you know the question, treat yourself lucky and like move in a like try to give some
Brute force
non-optimal
first.
approach first, a brute force first, then slowly move to the uh, your optimal approach, so that, because they want to see how you have approached the problem and in how much time the unknown problem to you were able to reach on the optimal point. So we
Guys,
have to get
this
into Google's cheat a little, play tricks with them.
guys, this suggestion is also given in the crack the coding interview. Even if you know the answer, try to start step by step so that interviewer can feel you are solving the question at the same time, there only in the real time. In that case, he will feel that you can solve this much problem in only in the given time. So it impressed him. If you directly write the optimal answer in the first go, so he realized that you already know that, so it does not create any impact on him because you already know that. So he might ask some other question, or he just crossed that question that he couldn't rate on you on this question. So that's the main tips from Mohit.
And one more thing I'll say is, in any round, like, if you don't know the answer, give the brute force approach. It's very important to give a brute force approach, because sometimes the brute force may be correct. And one more thing, what it will do is, it will make the question clear. Like, if you have something wrong idea of question in your mind, the brute force approach which you will explain to the interviewer, the interviewer will point out that you have understood the question wrong or something. So it will not happen that you have wasted 20-25 minutes finding the optimal approach, and later you find that the question itself you have understood wrong. So the whole interview will go wrong.
It's wonderful talking to you. So thank you very much, Mohit.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys, whoever are watching. I think this may help you a little bit. This interview may, like our conversation, may not clear all of your doubts. And if you have something serious, I'll ask Ramesh to mention my email ID in the description. You can mail me at any time. I will reply you. Like, if you have any
LinkedIn,
doubts or anything.
Mohit LinkedIn and email ID is in the description. And if you have any question regarding this interview, you can leave the comment in comment section, as well as you can ask us in the LinkedIn message or email as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It will motivate us to create more content like this. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Mohit.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Ramesh.
Mohit.